Hello friends, before we get started, every fishing video I mention will be linked. Another thing to check out is I have a Google Doc listed below, and that Google Doc has all of the life list fish I've caught, so all the different species of fish I've caught in my lifetime, and the personal best. I like doing these year in review videos. I've been doing them now for like 3 years. It's just a good way for me to reflect on what went well, be grateful for all the fishing opportunities that I had, and then, look to the next year and see what's going to happen in 2024. All right, let's go through the highlights of fish catches. We're going to go from my PBs, because I said 2023 would be year of the PB, and I did. I caught a bunch of PBs. The one I was going for, though, I did not catch. I didn't catch a smallmouth bigger than 20 inches, and that's sad. We'll go from personal best from smallest to biggest. I caught a 9 3/4 inch bluegill. That's kind of cool. 15 inch black crappie. That's big for a crappie. An 18 inch freshwater drum. No, that's not big for a freshwater drum, but it was a surprise catch. I had cut bait sitting on the bottom in the Fox River, and bam, caught a big old freshwater drum. That was cool. The 20 inch largemouth bass. I wish I weighed it. I wonder if it would have weighed 5 pounds or more, but it was a big fish. 24 inch silver red horse sucker, and then on the same trip, a 24 1/4 inch greater red horse sucker, both in the Peshtigo River in May. Probably my favorite catch of the year, because I was targeting them, was a 32 inch brown trout in the Milwaukee River in spring. That was such a cool catch. Just a huge buck brown. I was super pumped when I caught that fish. But that wasn't the biggest fish of the year. I had a bycatch. That means I wasn't targeting it. A huge 6-foot lake sturgeon. Yes, a lake sturgeon that you can't fish for, by the way. I caught it in the Wolf River during the walleye run this spring. We were fishing for walleye and suckers, and then I got spooled by a lake sturgeon, and then another one bit, and instead of just letting it spool me, we got on a boat and ran it down. But that was amazing. So I caught the biggest fish of my life in 2023. The other highlight, which might be even a bigger thing than the fish I caught, was Joe won a fishing tournament. Every June, this website, roughfish.com, puts on a tournament where they challenge people to catch as many freshwater fish as you can in the month of June. Now, they can't be micro species, and Joe won the tournament in the 14 and under division. It was amazing. That whole month was awesome. Joe and I just chasing different fish all around Wisconsin. A side note, I knew it was his month when he said, "Let's go for muskie, Dad," in the middle of June, and I'm like, we're not gonna catch a muskie, but I was like, all right, let's try it. And yeah, he caught one. His first muskie ever, 37 incher. For me, species chasing was awesome. I ran my life list up to 84. I think I went from 77 to 84, so a lot of new species caught for me. Some of them were in Florida. I was just using a sabiki rig and caught a bunch of different species, but I caught a Mayan cichlid in a pond, just, cast around a little spoiler shad. That was a cool catch. And then here in Wisconsin, I finally caught a hog sucker. That's good. I've been chasing that one for a long time. Caught a white perch in Port Washington. It was cool. My son Nick caught a white perch, and I went back the next week and caught my own white perch. And then finally, I dipped my toes into microfishing, caught a blunt nose minnow with Max. That was really neat. Views! Yeah, I review how I did on the different websites, and they all went up again this year, a lot. It's pretty cool, mainly because of the short videos. I make these short clips, like 30-second clips, and I put them on all the websites, and that can be a lot more followers and subscribers and all that stuff. YouTube is the one that went the craziest. I went from around 5,000 subscribers last year to over 20,000 now. A new development is I started to make money off of my fishing videos. That's really cool, right? It is. I'll be honest. I would be fishing anyways. I love fishing. I've been doing the fishing and making videos for a while now, but there's some money starting to come in. Is it enough money to quit my day job? No, not even close. Here's like a list of the money I made in November and from all the different sources that I made. And then here's the expenses. I have to drive around a lot. Plus, I buy a lot of fishing stuff. So Yeah, I'm definitely not on the plus side of that equation. Don't worry about me though. I would have been spending this money anyways on fishing gear, even if I wasn't making videos. And speaking of all the money though, let's pretend that all of this money that I'm earning, like what, over $200 in November, goes to a fishing fund. I wonder what I should get next. Should I get like a drone or like live scope? Let me know in the comments. Questions or concerns? I put out some messages asking if you had any questions for me when I made this video, and here's some of them. Zach from Wildlife Perspective asked what was my favorite catch. Well, the sturgeon and the brown trout, they tied. Those were awesome catches. Alex asked, how do you find time to go fishing when you have so many other things going on in your life, such as teaching and a family? The teaching is a huge advantage. I stockpile fishing trips during my winter break, spring break, and summer break. So sometimes you'll see a video that was filmed 2-3 weeks earlier. Another trick is I take my kids. You know, my kids are old now. They're all teenagers, so they actually can catch fish and they like going with me. And then the last one is I fish in the morning a lot. And nobody needs me in the morning on Saturday or Sunday, so I get up before dawn and I time it so I arrive on the water right as it's getting light enough to fish. And then I fish till like 10 or 11. Head back home before noon. Oh, there is one other trick. I sometimes fish for like an hour before a kid's game. A lot of times I have to get my kid to a game or a meet or something an hour in advance, so they do their warm up and then I sneak over to a park nearby that has water on it and then I catch some fish. I did that in Waupun this year, by the way. Caught some perch in the upper rock in between games that my son had. This leads into the next question. Does my wife ever complain when I go fishing? Not if I bring my kids, and not if I'm gone in the morning. Sometimes, yeah. She's like, can't you just sit still? And no, I'm a busybody. Steve Peterson asked for a fishing coordinates of my hot spots. No. No, I don't want to give those up. Bassman Strike says I need a new kayak. Maybe. The advantage of my kayak though is I could drag it through the crap and go fishing anywhere. Like, it's just literally a piece of plastic. There's nothing on it other than like where I can attach my GoPro. Goals for 2024, video goals, I don't really have any. I'm gonna try and keep Tifsa Tuesday rolling, but as far as like subscribers on YouTube, I wanted to get to 20,000 subscribers by the end of 2024, and I'm already at that right now. So, you know, whatever happens, happens with the videos. It's a good way to look at stuff, by the way, anyways. If you are into the making video game, just make what you like, then you won't get burnt out. You know, it's like a weird thing of, yeah, you want followers and whatnot, and sometimes that gives you more opportunities as far as fishing is concerned, but you got to make what you like, then maybe other people will like it too, but you'll get burnt out if you chase what other people like. That's a moving target. Just hope that what you like meets what other people likes, and then, you know, you might get video views. You know, I don't know. I didn't get video views for years and years. I just keep doing it because I love doing it. Fishing goals. I want to hit 100 different species in my lifetime caught. I think I will be able to do that, especially if I'm micro fishing. Other goals, I want to get in the top 10 in the rough fish tournament in June. I'm not going to help Joe nearly as much now. He can join the tournament if he wants, but he could tag along with me. But, you know, if a rod goes off, I'm grabbing it. No more like, hey, that rod's going, Joe. 21-inch smallmouth, I want to catch that too. I'm going to go up the Peshtigo River this spring and summer and try and get one of those lake run smallies that get big. Thanks for watching, and yeah, I'll try and keep catching fish. Maybe on ice soon. I don't know. Sure doesn't seem like there'll ever be ice in southern Wisconsin, I'll tell you that much. What are you going to do? I guess I'll just keep fishing out of my yak.
Subscribe.